Hi, I'm Laura Brandenburg from Bridging the Gap. And there's no doubt that these are challenging times and that a lot of people in our community are facing some real hardships right now. But also in challenge is opportunity, and there is an immense amount of opportunity. Organizations need business analysts now more than ever. Now, it might not really seem that way. Your employer might be asking you for something else right now, as there can be a lot of focus on operations and changing priorities. Or they might be expressing more surface level concerns of just what they need to do to survive as a business and get through this together. Or they might have been, having to lay off or furlough a significant number of people just to get through the situation we're in and the financial climate we're in. But I have to say, underneath all of those surface level concerns and all of those circumstances, there is still a need for your business analysis skill set. The opportunities might look different than they did a few months ago, but those skills are needed now more than ever. So last week, I let you know that I was getting ready to release a brand new, completely free workshop. And I also invited you to share your challenges with me, like what was really coming up for you right now. And I promised to address as many as I could in a video series over the next few weeks. So I'm excited to let you know that the new workshop is live. You can go to bridgingthegap.com/quick. There are hyphens in Bridging the Gap, and there will be a link below this video where you can just click and go to that. The workshop is completely free. Just go ahead and register and join, and you can go through that on your own. And I have been helping business analysts with online training since 2008. And as a company, we've helped thousands of professionals start and succeed in their business analyst careers. And what I've done in that workshop is really just pack the absolute must-know information so that you can have a true quick start to success as a business analyst. Now, but in these times, we're going through a pandemic here, right? This is not normal times, and there are additional concerns coming up as well. While we are all in this together, what I keep seeing again and again and again is that we have these individual experiences. So we're in this together. We are going to get through this together. But each of our experiences is very different. And the variety of challenges that were brought up as I put out this call for what to cover in this video series, it really speaks to this. And I want to just also say that this is a really sensitive time, right? And it's important to remember that not everyone is affected by what's happening in the same way. And we definitely each have our own way of processing it as well. And if you are hooked into the news or social media, this is where you can see so much conflict or so much judgment, so much guilt and so much shame, is because we're trying, people are trying to process what's happening to them and how this is affecting them through the filter of what they're seeing other people do and say. And it just doesn't work. I'm going to do my best to be sensitive to that as we go through the series, but I'm sure I will push a few buttons and trigger a few belief patterns as well. It's part of the game. It's not the game, but it's part of living through the times that we're living in. I will tell you that my intention is to help you find the opportunity in the challenges that you're going through. It's to paint a picture for a better future. It's to help our profession use this as an opportunity to grow and expand instead of retract. So let's just talk about some of the key challenges that have come up. And again, they were all over the map. There were a lot of challenges about working from home, about, all different kinds though from working from home, right? We are sheltered in place still in much of the world. So how do I stay focused, when I'm not in meetings? Because it feels like, there's so much to do at home or my mind just gets scattered. What about my employer's lack of readiness to support us? Like I'm asked to be delivering at a certain level. I don't have the tools that I need to be successful at my home, doing my work from home. And then a lot of challenges as well around how to conduct elicitation and communicate with clients effectively in a virtual environment. There were some challenges around managing energy, either because there's no time to do the BA work because the focus has become on operational, like we've got to get this done type work, or in other areas where people feel like they're working more than their normal job or two different jobs after surviving rounds of layoffs that have already happened. And then of course there's others on the flip side of that where they're looking for new opportunities right now. Those of you who have been laid off or furloughed, or those who were looking for new work even before that pandemic began and now are like, I'm not hearing back from people on my job applications anymore. Like, what's happened? And things have definitely slowed down in the short term because decision making has slowed down because things are so uncertain and businesses don't know what reality is going to be like a couple of months from now. And so that can definitely affect their hiring processes. But there are still opportunities right now to set yourself up to be ahead when the job market picks up. And I have seen examples of people finding jobs right now as well. So there are opportunities there, but I will admit that things are definitely slower. And then there were challenges about like switching to a business analyst role, or how to start adding value right away on a new project, or what tools do I need to learn to be successful as a business analyst, and what skills are going to be relevant in the changes coming up from this time. Now, while there are always going to be like new nuances and specifics, I believe that 80 to 90% of the skills that are essential to being successful as a business analyst will be the same foundational skills that made you successful 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, a few years ago. And that's what we cover in this free workshop. And I really want to highlight this point because it's critically important to our collective mindset right now. 80 to 90% of those essential skills are going to remain the same. Yes, this is an uncertain time. And yes, the context in which we work might be changing. The projects that we're working on are changing. The priorities are changing. Where we might be focused could be changing. The department we report to could be changing. Our employer could be changing. But those foundational BA skills that you need to succeed, they're the same. So in the free workshop, again, you can go to bridgingthegap.com/quick to register for that today. We cover the business analysis process framework and the key techniques. And these are relevant whether you're conducting a elicitation in person or virtually. They're relevant if you are working on a big ERP project that is continuing to go on as usual right now, or if you have pivoted and you're helping your organization bring its essential business processes online so that they can be done by people working from home. We can get so focused on what's changing that we lose our bearings in the foundations. And when we lose those bearings, that uncertainty, that kind of feeling of not having our feet underneath us, that creates fear. And it's that fear that keeps us from delivering at the best and highest level. And what actually happens when we allow the fear to take over is that we actually retract from the opportunities in front of us because we don't feel well equipped to handle the challenges. So there's an opportunity sitting right here to help our teams work more successfully remotely or re-engineer a business process so that it can be done online. But we think that it's so new that our skills aren't relevant that we instead of jumping in and using our BA skills to do it, we step back and hope that somebody else does it. In reality, we have everything we need to lean in and be of service. So that's my call to you, is to lean into your skill set, lean into business analysis, lean into your competency, your communication, lean into your success practices. And you know what would be great is if you could share a business analyst skill or a technique that you have used in the last week or so. Put it in the comments below and let us know, how did you deliver value in your work using a foundational business analysis skill? Let's see some examples, because when we celebrate these wins, we not only acknowledge them for ourselves, we not only make ourselves feel more secure right here, right now, without changing anything in our external environment, but we also inspire others and we lift each other up. This is how our profession is going to get through these challenges, okay? By being better together. And if you want to learn about what those skills are and what your success path in business analysis can look like, I invite you to check out the free workshop. And there will also be an opportunity to work with me further in one of my most popular programs as well, because I know that some of us, we need more to succeed more. We're ready to lead in, and we just want a bit of structure, a bit of a foundation to give us that next level of confidence. And it's part of my duty is to serve you in both the free content I can provide and paid content for those of you who want to go further. But again, that free workshop, it's available at bridgingthegap.com/quick, and there should be a link below. And finally, I just invite you to consider sharing this video with your friends or your colleagues or your professional contacts or the people you know from your local chapters. And you could share this on your LinkedIn page, or you could copy and paste this link and send it out via a group email. Because what's great about social media is that we're all connected and we can share things with each other. But what's not so great about social media is that none of us actually knows what's going on for the other people behind those screens. A lot of us post our best stuff, right? We share what's working for us. We don't share what's not working from us, what we're scared about, what our vulnerabilities are. And this is a very vulnerable time, and people are trying to protect themselves and look like they have it all together when they don't. It's okay. It's okay. So when you share this, if you just share this on your page or through a group email that reaches a lot of people, that way you don't have to single anyone out, and anyone who needs the message can get it without having to ask for it, without even having to let anyone know that they were looking for it. And maybe they didn't even realize or weren't aware that they needed it until they saw it. So thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for joining the workshop. Thank you for listening. All of those things are one small way that you can be part of the positive change. And thank you especially for leaving a link below or leaving a comment below with your business analysis skills and how you're using those in your work. We build our profession one business analyst at a time. Success starts with you.